By the end of this video, you're going to know the 5 best credit cards for 2024, whether you want cash back, free travel, or much more. In fact, these are the same credit cards that helped me travel for free all of last year without spending any additional money. But I must warn you, if you skip any part of this video, it's going to be the reason you probably don't get approved for the cards and you're not able to travel for free, because I'm also going to share a couple of secrets along the way that help me get approved for these cards. But before we jump into it, I need you to smash that subscribe button if you want to be smarter with your money. I upload a video 5 days a week to help you make more, save more, and raise your credit. First on the list is the Chase Freedom Flex, which is the best card for everyday use. Now, most people get this confused with the Freedom Unlimited card, but it's very different. For starters, this card has no annual fee, and you're going to earn 5% on $1,500 in combined purchases on bonus categories like gas stations, grocery stores, and select online merchants. 5% cash back on travel purchase through Chase's website, 3% on dining at restaurants, and that doesn't include takeout, and services like DoorDash, 3% on drugstore purchases, and 1% everywhere else. But what really makes this card stand out amongst its competitors is the fact that it offers a 0% interest for up to 15 months, meaning you could go and spend some money even if you don't pay it off every month, which you should be, you wouldn't have any interest charges, which is super powerful. Not to mention, Chase Bank is one of the best banks to build a relationship with because they offer other products in the future like mortgages and personal loans if you need it. And if you couldn't tell by now, this is the ultimate credit card for everyday use. It's sort of like a commuter special, but this next one is for all the foodies out there. Next up, we have the food and dining category, which is filled with competition, but leading the pack is the American Express Gold card and the Capital One Saver One. For starters, the American Express Gold earns 4 times points at restaurants, 4 times points at groceries, 3 times points on flights booked through the American Express portal, and 1 times points everywhere else. Plus, it comes with a huge welcome bonus if you spend a certain amount of money in a certain amount of time. But it's important to note it does have a $250 annual fee. So effectively, it has no annual fee. Now, it's important to note it does require a 670 credit score or higher, but the good news is you could check if you are pre-approved for the credit card by going to American Express's website or by going to the link in the description. But if an annual fee isn't your thing, then the Capital One Saver One would be the card to go to. It's easier to get approved for than the American Express Gold, plus it has similar reward structure. Requires a 670 credit score or higher, but it's way easier to get approved for because Capital One prides themselves on taking customers who are rebuilding and building their credit. Most of my clients are getting approved as their first credit card or their first real rewards card. Unlimited 3% cash back on dining, entertainment, popular streaming services, and grocery store purchases. If you're not spending there, you're getting 1% back on all other purchases. Crazy part is 8% cash back at Capital One Entertainment on their portal. Not to mention, it also has a sign-up bonus of $200 after spending $500 in the first few months. But what really separates this from the American Express Gold, similar to the Chase card, this Capital One Saver One offers a 0% interest period for up to 15 months without charging an annual fee. And I have to point out, similar to the American Express Gold, you can see if you're pre-approved without hurting your credit simply by visiting the Capital One website. To help you out, I'll also put a link in the description. Now, let's say you don't care for cash back, you don't care for dining, but you do want a credit card to make sure you never pay for a hotel or a rental car again. The next 2 travel cards are for you. Which brings us to our travel category. I personally love the Chase Sapphire card as well as the Bilt MasterCard, but truly, I don't have the Bilt card, so I don't feel comfortable speaking about it until I do apply and get it. So I'm gonna go over the Chase Sapphire Preferred and why I think this is the best credit card as a starter travel card in 2024. 60,000 bonus points when you spend 4,000 in the first 3 months from account opening. Plus, you are getting benefits on benefits. You're getting a $50 annual hotel credit that you could spend on a hotel of your choice as long as you book it through the Chase travel portal. you are getting 3 times points on dining, and that also includes DoorDash and takeout delivery. You're getting 3% on grocery purchases, but it does not include Target or Walmart or Costco, BJ, Sam's Club, or any other discount superstore in your area. You are getting 3 times points on streaming services, as well as 2 times points on all other travel, plus 1% everywhere else you spend money. But it's important to note, out of all the cards I've mentioned so far, the Chase credit cards, especially the Sapphire Preferred, is the hardest one to get approved for. Chase has the secret 524 rule, meaning if you opened 5 new accounts in the past 2 years, they're going to make it very difficult for you to get approved. Think of this as a compliment. I mean, Chase is saying, hey, it's hard to get approved for our credit cards, so you should be grateful that you're in the family. But I don't want to get off track, so just keep in mind, Chase doesn't like to see many credit cards on your profile, but just enough to show you're responsible and build your credit. Think 1 to 2 credit cards before going after this one. Next category is flexible spending, and I have to feature the Citi Custom Cash card because of the amount of options it offers. Think of this like a card designed for a chameleon. If you want to purchase cash, if you want to earn rewards, if you want to buy an airline ticket, you are going to be compensated for whatever you buy day to day on a rotating basis. But the only difference compared to a chameleon is you can't control what color that you're going to change to. You get 5% cash back on where you spend the most money every month and 1% back everywhere else. Now, it's important to note that cash back is in the form of thank you points, which then redeem for cash or credit. You're not earning cash directly, which is the Capital One Venture X, considered one of the best credit cards to have the past few years, especially at the time of this video posted. This card gives more value than any other credit card on the market, which is why I went ahead and applied for it myself. But before you apply, it's important to note the $395 annual fee, and then keep in mind it is compensated with benefits, just like the $75,000 when you spend $3,000 in the first few months, and that is in the form of points. Plus, you're earning 10,000 miles just for keeping the card every year, which is in the form of an anniversary bonus. And we can't forget the $300 travel credit that you're also getting every year just for keeping the card. And it gets better, $100 towards global TSA PreCheck, which is how people are skipping the line at the airport without even taking their shoes off. So effectively, this card has no annual fee, but it's important to note it is the hardest credit card to get approved for on the list that I shared today. Wallet Hub recommends a 750 credit score with at least 3 credit cards on your profile currently, with no collections, no late payments, and really nothing that you had in the past that could possibly hold you back. Insider secret, you could also check if you're pre-approved for this credit card. They did recently release a new link. I'll put it in the description below to help everyone out again. But I really hope everyone enjoyed these 5 credit cards. Now, if you have any of these cards or you're thinking about applying, drop me a money emoji below. Let me know what card you're looking to get. And plus, keep in mind, it's not about how many cards you get, but with what cards you get, where you're spending your money, and more importantly, how to optimize them, which is why I recommend consider subscribing to this channel so you never miss another video. Until next time, thank you so much for watching. Peace.